Greetings, one and all. With the league being as competitive as ever, playing inconsistent hockey for your franchise will make you look out of place a lot more than in previous seasons. Also, with the rise of young talent blitzing their way onto the score sheet every night, older veteran players are struggling to keep up and get the point totals that made them household names in their prime. Now we look towards the struggling players this video as we highlight 5 players who are having a bad year in the 2016-17 season. Before we start, all the stats are correct as of the recording of this video and the entries are in no particular order. Now that we have that out of the way, let us begin. First up we have Andrew Ladd. Andrew Ladd has 8 goals, 4 assists and for 12 points and is a -10 in 41 games with the New York Islanders this season after notching 25 goals, 21 assists for 46 points and a -13 last season with the Winnipeg Jets and the Chicago Blackhawks after the trade deadline. Now, Andrew Ladd signed a 7-year, $38.5 million contract this past off-season to join the New York Islanders, and so far really has not lived up to the hype of that massive paycheck he gets every month. I can imagine New York Islanders fans are not happy with this signing, considering they are also one of the last spots, if not the last place, in the Eastern Conference. Next up, we have Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad has 7 goals and 8 assists for 15 points and is a -18 in 48 games this season after a 15 goal, 21 assists, so 36 point, plus 18 campaign last season. Florida are currently going 20 wins, 19 losses and 9 overtime or shootout losses this season. Aaron Ekblad definitely needs to step up and be a leader on the Florida Panthers team if the Panthers want to have any hope of reaching the postseason and prove why Florida were right in drafting Aaron Ekblad first overall in the 2014 NHL entry draft. Next, we have Juri Hudler. Now, Hudler has 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points and a +1 in 22 games for the Dallas Stars this season, after notching 16 goals, 30 assists for 46 points, and a -1 last season with the Calgary Flames and the Florida Panthers at the trade deadline. Dallas are currently going 19 wins, 20 losses, and 9 overtime or shootout losses this season, and with the injuries they suffered at the start of the year, depth scoring, so Hudler's role, is going to be very important in deciding whether the Dallas Stars have a strong second half of the season and whether they clinch a playoff spot or not. So Juri Hudler definitely needs to pick his play up. There's a lot of guys on the Dallas Stars roster, especially offensively, that are going roughly point per game production. Juri Hudler needs to pick it up if the Dallas Stars want any chance of making the playoffs. Now, penultimately, we have Tyson Barrie. Tyson Barrie has 3 goals, 20 assists, and is a -23 in 42 games with the Colorado Avalanche this season, after posting a 13-goal, 36 assist for 49 points, -16 season last year. Colorado, their current record is 13 wins, 29 losses, and 2 overtime or shootout losses for last place in the entire National Hockey League. And Colorado needs guys like Tyson Barrie to step up and make a difference in every game if Colorado want to hold on to their dignity this season. I think a playoff berth is completely out of the question for Colorado this season. It's just a question of whether they keep their dignity or not. I mean, some people will argue that they're going to tank for Nolan Patrick maybe at the 2017 entry draft. But if Tyson Barrie wants to stay, he's earning $5 million a year. If he wants to stay with this team and hopefully have some success with this team, he's got to pick it up. He's been a minus player. He's been a -39 in the past 2 seasons he's played with Colorado. He needs to pick it up a little bit. Now, lastly, another Colorado player. I didn't want to pick 2 Colorado players because I thought that would be a little bit unfair, but we've got to look at this guy. Lastly, we have Semyon Varlamov. Now, Varlamov has 6 wins, 17 losses, and has posted a 3.38 goals against average, and a .898 save percentage in 24 games this season, after a 27 win, 25 loss, 3 overtime or shootout loss, 2.81 goals against average, and .914 save percentage last year with the Colorado Avalanche. Now, his numbers from last year weren't really that good either. I mean, his numbers from this year are absolutely horrendous for an NHL goaltender, but his numbers last year were almost equally as awful. So maybe Varlamov has had a few bad seasons in a row. I mean, he had one great season with Colorado where he had like 50 wins. Maybe he needs to get back onto that track as opposed to a 6-win season so far. 6 wins in 24 games. He's won a quarter of his games. That's not very good. Maybe Colorado need to look for a new starting goaltender. I hear Ben Bishop might be going at the trade deadline if they're interested. And there you have it. Those were 5 NHL players who are having a bad season this year. Did I miss anyone out who is having a particularly bad year? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.